Hi everybody, so today I'm going to be doing a design on this nail. It's not really a wearable design, but it's fun to do, and you really get to know some product control by it. This was a practice nail and it served its purpose, so now I'm just going to do a design on top of it. I've already applied a nail polish, or not a gel polish, but a nail polish. It's a chrome nail polish. And on top of that, I've applied a base coat. So now I am going to apply like a mosaic kind of polish. And let's hope it still works, because I haven't used it in a long time. And this, this will start to crack as it dries, so it's very fun. And depending on how thick or thin you apply it, the cracks will get wider, or you'll get bigger patches. So now we have to wait for it to dry. And here it's starting to separate already. Like over here. And you can see just forming as it dries. It's just really cool to see. Over there it's starting to at the very tip. Yeah, so we'll just wait a few seconds. As you can see, it's starting to crack more and more. It's going to have such a cool effect with the completed design. And it doesn't matter that it's not neat over here. You won't see it anyway in the end, at least. You're not supposed to see it in the end. Yeah, so we're just going to wait a bit longer. So we are getting there. Some little cracks are starting to show up, which I absolutely love. But it's still not dry. It really needs to dry. And of course, this still has a long way to go. But cracks are starting to show up. As you can see in the reflection of the light, you can already see where it's probably going to crack. So we're just going to have to wait a bit longer. I do think that the polish is a bit old because it's taking ages to dry. But, this is just a demo nail and it's not even wearable, so that's fine. But if you were to use this on a client, be sure that it's not old. But it is starting to look good. Well, I'm running a bit out of patience, so I think I'll just leave it at that. It's fine. I'm going to use rubber base to seal it. I was really hoping for these little cracks to appear all the way through the nail, but it's fine. Sometimes you just really have to improvise. So I'm going to cure that. So the nail is almost cured. Next I'm going to apply some 3D acrylic nail art. So I've got this plastic sheet which I use for all my nail art. It's just like a laminate this laminate sheet where you can just place some paper in between so it gets sealed. I just cut it into pieces and that's it. This is my acrylic number 2 brush. I don't know what I did to the tip, but it's a little bit fussy, but okay, doesn't matter. So first I am going to apply this big stone on the nail. I got my tweezers and the nail. Oh, I dropped the bead. Of course I did. Just trying to make it a bit more dry than it. No, it doesn't want to stick anymore. I didn't want a bead that was too wet. Because I want this to be a bit higher. This is going to be the base for my flower. So I'm going to take my crystal here. This never works, right? If you really, when you really need it to. Is it willing to stay? Yeah, so let's take a minute to let it dry. So it's dry now, and you can see it's pretty high, like I wanted it to be. So let me get my sheet and just put the nail down for a moment. Let me see. Well, all right. So let's create a leaf. So first I'm going to let it set for a bit. I can do a little bit of a contour, but that's about it. Then I'm going to use the belly of my brush to shape it further. Don't want to make it too thin. And you know, this really is all about patience. Oh no! Well, that happens. You know, sometimes you really have to get to know a color, how it's going to react, how fast it's going to dry. Okay, because I want this to get over there. Wrap it around like that. Just going to squish this around. Like that. So, made my second leaf. Let's see if it's ready to go. I'm guessing it is. Every time it's the same bit. All right, let's see if leaf number 3 will go a little bit easier. So let's see if it's ready to go. Yes, that went a lot better. But so that's the heart. Okay, so next I'm going in with my second color, purple. It's a very nice color. So let's see if it's willing to go. Not yet, I think. Too wet. Oh no, it did. That's the thing, if you're using a new color, then you'll have to get used to the new color, you know, how fast it's going to set and everything. Like that. Let's see if number 2 is ready to go. I want to do this side first. Ooh. All right, leaf number, oh, get that out of the way. On to my next leaf. So this is number 6. It's not ready to go because it's way too shiny. It needs to go a bit more matte before you can pick it up. Some people talk about adding like acetone to the mix. Yeah, I don't know about that. I mean, you're going to be mixing up the chemistry of the product. That's fine in a demo nail. I don't recommend doing that on a client because you don't know what you're doing to the product when you're altering the chemistry by adding for example the acetone. Just, you know, I get why people want to add acetone if it makes it dry faster. I do get that, but you know, if it's something you're going to be filing on later on, I would not recommend that because you just don't know what will happen to the product. Yes, next leaf. So next one. Sometimes you just need to wet your brush again with the liquid, just to make it easier to pick it up. Yep. As you can see, it's really highly pigmented, so and of course, because I'm not working on a client, I am a little less careful with how where I'm at with my brush. If this was a client, I would absolutely stay away from the skin, of course. So one more leaf there. And you know, even if you're not going to do this ever on a client, it will get you to understand the product really well, and also product control, of course. All right. Thought I was going to use another color, but I still want to do some more leaves. Ooh. With this purple. Oh, come on. Do you know why this happens? This happens because I've got a wet bead on my palette And whenever I try to do 2 leaves at once, it just goes horribly wrong, I think. I don't know. Maybe it's because I want it too bad by then to work like I do, and just wanting to really hurry up, and in the process, you know, being too nervous to stay calm, I guess. Because, you know, there's only a limited, sorry, it's off camera. There's only a limited of time we really get to work the product and shape it, but also to stick it to something. If it's too wet, you can't pick it up. If it's too dry, it's going to rip. You're not going to be able to fold it and stuff like that. So I just really should try and be patient when I do this, just like I said at the beginning. But you know, yeah. Right, so this is going to be the last leaf with this color. Well, that looks kind of pretty, doesn't it? So, on with my, oh, dropped it, next color. And the buzzing you're hearing is my table. So every time I work with acrylics, I got my filter on, because otherwise I will start to get like headaches. Because, you know, I'm filming for 23 minutes now, I guess, but in real time it's way longer, because I keep pausing the film every time, or the video every time, you know, my leaves are drying, and when I'm working on them, because I don't want you to have to watch like a 2-hour video. So I'm going to make this a little bit wider, because it's like a lower leaf. Let's see if it's dry enough. Oh yeah, so this one dries really quickly. Okay, I need you to go there. And of course, you can add as many layers as you'd like. I think this will be my last layer, but I could add another if I really wanted to, but I'm thinking that this is going to be fine. Let's see. Oh, way too wet. Way too wet. But you know, as you can see, if you've got enough product control, you can still get it to work. Like that. And you know, it's a leaf. It doesn't have to be perfectly rounded, perfectly shaped. It doesn't. Leaves in nature aren't that perfectly shaped either, you know. Yes. Sorry, off camera again. What that? Oh, I'm so sorry. Like this. Let's see how that looks. Yeah, that's nice. Alright, so that looks kind of awesome. I think let's get on with the next part. I'm going to turn this around because it's all dirty. Going to grab my blue. Alright, now this needs to dry. But it doesn't need to be doesn't, you know, don't want it to be very dry. Otherwise you can't pick it up like I'm doing right now. So I want these edges to be separated from each other so you can see the layers like that. And I'm going to add a few more, and of course I'm going to be creating a purple one. Alright, so I got these three on, and I do need to admit I've been at this design for so long that I am beginning to lose some patience, so because I want to do this in one complete video and not in 2 or 3. And usually, you know, I would take about like an evening or 2 to work on a design like this. But you know, it's fine. Alright, got myself a new sheet because the other one was gone. Let me get my other color. Alright, so I really do want to add a couple of leaves. Just, you know, to show you how, and I am going to do a double dip. Oh, there you are. And I'm sorry, sometimes when I'm really concentrated, you know, I forget to talk. So I'm thinking this is pretty good. So of course we need to add some stones, so let's do that. All right, so let's do this. Some of this. All right, all right. So now I'm just going to place some rhinestones as I go. Of course, I don't have a plan. Oh, sorry, I was off camera. Get off. This is what I've got so far. Where did it go? Oh well. Let's grab another. Like that. Flash cure in between. Alright. Almost there. I don't really have to do this, but while I'm at it, why not? Let's see if I can find a pretty blue one. Oh, I got one. Alright, so I'm going to fully cure and then give it a thorough look and see if I'm satisfied. So this is what I've got. I'm pretty happy about it. Of course, you can add all kinds of details to it. You could add more bling. I can see it's a little smudgy from the liquid over here, but okay. You can add all kinds of detail to it. You could add sugaring, you know, on the edges of the leaves. You could add color to make shadow inside the leaves. You could draw veins on the leaves. You can do, oh, you know, the possibilities are endless. You can do just about anything you want. So, but for now I'm pretty happy. I got to show you what I wanted to show you, how I work the extreme acrylic. You know, sometimes I have my good days, sometimes I have my off days. This was a kind of in-between day, but I don't only want to show you the good days, I also want to show you what it's like when things don't go exactly the way you planned, and that you just have to stick with it and just, you know, keep going. You'll get there. You know, if it's not at the first try, it's at the second or the third try. Just don't quit. Keep practicing. You know, play with the products. Work safely with the products. So wear gloves at all times. Try to practice with a practice finger. I hate to smudge. I really want to clean it, but okay, it's fine. Yeah, and if you're anything like me, you're never ever going to be satisfied completely with your work, because you know, I always see things that I can do better or should have done differently, but I've learned to be okay with that. And yeah, so I hope you liked this video. Let me know if you're going to do something like this, if you've tried it, if you've ran into things that didn't work for you, or you just couldn't get right, or whatever. You can send me a text or DM or whatever. A text, well, only the people who know me, of course, but yeah. And tag me if you've recreated something like this. If you've tried it, let me know. Yeah, so I wish you all a very good day and goodbye.